Hello, coders. Woo! I have put the bitrate down, so I'm hoping the video is going to be a little bit better today, less janky. So hopefully. But we're going to go straight into the code because there's a lot to do today. We're going to be doing a lot of Gatsby, a lot of JavaScript, a lot of Tailwind. There's a lot of issues to fix. So we've got a lovely team of beta testers. Thank you all for becoming beta testers, all of you. It's been fantastic. These are the bugs that have been raised. And we have this kind of Trello sort of Kanban board type thing going on here where there's obviously the fixed column. These are the things that are done. And then we've got in development, ready for development, and then the to-do. So the beta testers have been putting things in the to-do, and then when I've approved them and looked at them and triaged them, then I'll put them in the ready for development. And then when I'm working on them, I put them in here. When they're fixed, I put them in there. And then obviously when they're deployed, I put them in there. We also have a Jira board type thing, but that's mainly for new features. These are for beta testing issues. So we're going to be looking at these two today, and then we're going to be pulling and plucking things out from these two columns as well. So this is the website, the beta website, the new How to Code Well website, which is going to be a massive replacement of this old knackered thing. And what I've asked the beta testers to do is to go through the site and sort of come up with issues that they've seen on various different browsers, different resolutions, that kind of thing. And also just functionality fixes that need to be done. So, for instance, these two, books should be blank and top links should be blank. I pulled these out because these are kind of grouped together. So we'll work on these two first. And in the code here, we've got the beta UI 2 branch running. I've also got the code running in Gatsby develop. So that's what we're looking at. This is the actual local site. Sorry, not that one. This one. This is the local site, localhost 8000. So let's go in. Let's go in and fix some of these. So. Alright, books should be target blank, and it is that one there. Alright, let me just double check this a second. So when we go into... getting my tabs all wrong. Here. When we go into... this is the home page, right? So if we click on books, that should take us to books, which it is. And then let's click on books down here. That's correct. And I also believe in blog, if we clicked on one of these things, scroll to the bottom, there is also see resources and click on to books. Yeah. All right. So I think what I'll do with this one is I'll ask again what the issue is because I can't replicate that here. Books isn't really going, it shouldn't really be on another page, I don't think, unless there's a link that I'm missing somewhere. So what I'll do is we'll move this one up here. Top links should be target blank. These are top links, so shop, challenges, and podcast. This is correct. So let's go back to the... I keep forgetting it's on the same browser. So these are the top links. So shop should take us to a different web page, and it's the Teespring shop. Let's go back. That really should go off to a separate tab. Books is fine, pricing is fine, that's coming soon. The courses should take us to the courses page. Challenges should take us to another web page, which is our challenges, our monthly challenges. But again, that should take us off to another tab. So that's definitely a thing to do. Check on blog, that's fine. Discord should take us to the Discord page. And then the podcast should take us to the podcast website, which should also be on another tab, so that's in there. Have we got the podcast on here? Yeah, we've got the podcast. Good. And then live should take us to the live page where I can wave to myself. Should take us to the live page. Okay. Where I can... Okay, so it's shop, it's shop, it's podcast, and challenges. Shop, podcast, and challenges. Shop, podcast, and challenges. Yeah. All right, let's go in. This is in the top menu. So this is in a component. This is in menu. This is in header menu. And we're running a header menu items.json file here. So if I scrolled up here, we've got, that's footer, sorry, header menu. Here we go. So the shop is internal is false. Books is internal, that's true. Internal is true here. Courses is true. Challenges is false. Blog is true. Discord's true. Podcast is false. Live is true. So something is obviously not picking that up, because that should actually change between an A tag and a link, or perhaps I just haven't got the target in there. So let's take a look at the code. Let's go to here. Aha, right, yes, we do have the A's and the links. So the links would be internal, so that's fine. It's the A tags. Yeah, we don't have the target. Let's put that in. So if we did target is equal to underscore blank, we should now, let's see if that gets rebuilt. It is rebuilding, very slow. We should be able to click on the shop. That should take us to another tab. That's correct. And we should also do the same with, what did I say? Challenges. That should take us to another page that's doing that. And podcast. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so that's solved. That's done. Boom. Good morning, Tyranid. Thank you very much for joining. I've lowered the bitrate down on the video, so if there's any kind of funkiness going on, please let me know. So far, it's looking quite stable in terms of my bitrate graph, but that could mean anything. So, okay, let's go over to here and tick, 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 boom, and close that off, and then put this into fixed. So these are fixed, these aren't deployed yet. We'll get a bunch of these done before they get fixed. So yeah, Tyranny, the question on the books was sort of like, which page does this belong to? That's all. Okay, so let's take a look at the ready for development stuff. These are the things that I've already gone through, but I did that a couple of days ago, so I'm going to have to refresh my mind. Should all the text be centered on the mobile? Yes. Should I receive any email? That's going to be a bit of a tricky one to double check on stream, because I need to have a look at the mail queue. Mobile menu should have more padding. That's certainly an issue. We can look at that. Single course page, bottom margin, we can also have a look at that. I'm kind of trying to look at things that we can group. Items, linking should be on the same page. I'll do that afterwards. Anything to do with books are all different sizes. Okay, cool. I think I've covered the books should be aligned vertically or have the same height. I'll do that when we do the centering. Should all the, yep. Should I receive? Yep, that's centering. This one is some linkage jobby. This item's linking to the same page. You'll learn. Yep, that's that one. Okay, let's focus on these two. I'm going to put the books back into to do. I think. Oh, hang on a minute. Bear with me. For every book listing, I think the single book should be. Oh, gotcha. Right. No, let's do that now. I see. Thank you. I see what you mean. For every book listing. Right. Yes, you are absolutely correct there. So if I go to the books and click on a book, are we saying that this is going to just refresh this page? Oh gosh, yes it is. That's awful. No, I don't want to do that. I want to take it to another. Yeah, you are absolutely correct. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. So this is in the books section, the book card. Here we go. Yeah, can you see there's a link here to the attributes URL. It's got a title, but the target needs to be set. So target equals underscore blank. Yes, definitely. Right, let's have a little gander on that. So let me see, has that been done? Yep. So let's click on new. Yes, that's correct. Excuse me. Yep, that's all good. Although that's not good. Right, I think I'm going to have to review these. Is that going to go off somewhere? So that worked. That didn't work. Ugh. I'll tell you what, whilst I'm at it, let's have a little look. Let's click on each one of these and just see. That's fine. 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 Yeah. It might just be that one. Yep. 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 It was this one, wasn't it? Boom. That one. Right. Yeah, it is. Typically it's only the one. Let's just go and get rid of all of these tabs. It was that one. AWS Lambda in action. Let's have a look. I'll let me jump into the back end for a sec. I have to do this off stream. Do I need to do this off stream? No, it's just a book, it's fine. Alright, give me a second whilst I deal with it. I will have to do this off stream. Bear with me a second. Hello, coders. Hey, not AI. Thank you for following. Cheers. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You set the emotes off. This thing's too big. I can't get it. Right. It's a bit of an annoyance when you're streaming and you've got little windows sort of around where the stream window is. Right. Okay. So we go into books, which is resources. I've gone and forgotten what it was called. Hang on. It was AWS. It was AWS Lambda, wasn't it? AWS. Here we go. AWS Lambda in action. Yeah. If we did edit on there, so I'm in the CMS now. There's something wrong with that. So give me a second whilst I load up another gazillion browser windows. give me two seconds whilst I just have a nose on this. AWS Lambda. AWS Lambda in action. Here we go. Is it Lambda? No, it's Lambda in. That's Lambda in motion. I want Lambda in action. Oh, I'm missing a V. Oh gosh. Douche. Let's hit update. Oh dear. Right. Okay, so now I'm going to have to rebuild the whole site again. Whoops, what's going on? Whoa. Apologies, 2 seconds whilst I fix this out, and then I'll sort this. Oh, it's alright, don't worry about having a long name. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a good Tuesday morning. Well, it's Tuesday morning here in the UK. It's too early in the morning. It's 7:19. This is the time where I'm fired up and I need to get stuff done, and I'm drinking too much tea. And I have a list of things to do. All systems firing. Right. Right, let me refresh this a sec. It was this one here. Click on that. We've got the V, and it's taking us to the right place. Woo! Okay, that's done. That's a bit of a hot fix. Okay, cool. So let's drag that out a wee bit so everybody can see what I'm doing. Go into here. This was the issue, and it's done. Boom! All right, moving on to the next one. Mobile menu should have more bottom margin and padding. Yes, teeny tiny margin here. Should have more bottom margin stroke padding. Yeah, that's Chrome, Android, latest version, Firefox emulated iPhone. Okay, cool. Let's have a little gander on that. Let's get rid of the CMS for now. It is this mobile menu, which changes when we go to View, Developer, DevTools, and it's this one here. Let's change this to an iPhone 6 for a second. Click on New, and then yeah, I'm going to just jump this up to about probably 100%. Scroll down. Yeah, there we go. That's the offending thing. And really, there should be a bigger gap here as well. Well, maybe. But it should certainly be as big, if not as... Well, I think it actually should be as the same size as this, actually, on the bottom. Okay, so this is a bit of Tailwind. Let's go into... well, first up, before I move further, let's just... adding target blank to external. Now links. There we go. Right, so let's go over to where that lives, which again is the header menu. Here we go, login menu. It's here. Right. So I'm wondering actually if I could get away with just putting something around this container. If I can find it. The container would be here. I think. Let me have a little look. So it looks like we've got a margin going on here. Padding going on there, and then in there we've got another padding X of 4. So really there needs to be a PB down here. Let me just check the top. That's fine. So at this point there needs to be a PB on the nav ID. So padding bottom 4. Let's see, how does that look? Is that going to change? It's going to refresh. It's going to do something. There we go. That looks a bit better. I want to change this a wee bit. Make this a little bit. Because if you're pressing on with your fingers, I've got fat fingers, so I'll just go bleh and hit the middle of it. So I don't think it's well spaced. Login menu. So P2, MR2, so this is margin right 2 of the username profile, and then this would be, actually hang on a minute, we're in this section, aren't we? So margin right 2, I'm going to put this to margin right 4, and I'm hoping that this is going to push out. Yeah, it does. That's a wee bit better. I do still think that there's a little bit of a smaller gap between here and there. So I'm going to just see if I can tidy that up a bit. No worries, Tyranid. Enjoy. Happy coding, and take care. Thank you very much for all your help. Yeah, I reckon I'm gonna put in like margin top here of 4. I'm gonna probably do I'm probably gonna set that to MD, and then I'm probably gonna do MT of 5. There we go. So let's go 6. That's better. That's better. So what I've done here is I've said margin top of 6 when you're on default, and then anything from a medium size dimension go to margin top 4. So if I was to change this back to say responsive, it should still be, yeah, it should, although that's still looking, hang on a minute, I've gone and buggered this up, haven't I? What have I done? It's the PB bit. Alright, that was up in here. I need to turn that off. So when we do MD, I need to do PB 0. There we go. That's better. And then when I go into responsive, which is any one of these, I should still have, yeah, that's looking much better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I am very happy with that. Alright, I will that's fixed. Oh, we're getting through these. Excuse me. Okay, so this section here, in development, single course page, bottom margin and top margin should be the same. So let's click onto that for a second. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's just redonkulous, isn't it? Let's so which page is this? This is when you select a course, isn't it? So let's do that. Let's go into responsive mode. And then let's go to courses, and then let's click on one of these, doesn't matter what. So PHP array course. And this is okay. Oh, hang on a minute. Hello. Right, because this is the a longer list. Let's see what have we got here? If else loop switch statements. This looks like a control flows course. Is there any kind of on here? Is there any kind of indication as to what it was? Okay, no, that's fine. Let's have a look. We can probably work this out. Click on courses, and it's probably the control structures. Yes, it is. Yes. Okay, so by default, this needs to have the same, whatever that is. So that is margin top of 8. And this needs to have a margin bottom of 8. So this is in the just trying to work out where this lives. This would be in the courses templates. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me sort the put in a commit on this one. I'm trying to keep a commit per bug. So let me think. So what did we do? What did we do? It was margins, fixing margins, adjusting on the login buttons for mobile. Okay, good, groovy. Oh, thank you for saying that. Not AI. It is a bit of a challenge sometimes, you know, when you're sort of got half an eye on various things going on here. But I enjoy it. So, okay, it's this thing here, and I think this is in the templates, and I think it's a course, and this would be a container, and we're looking for MT8. So we've got MB8 here. But I'm sure these are the tutorials. Let me have another look. Container MX MT8. Yeah, let's just search for that. MT8. There we go. Oh, hang on a minute. -8. It's this one here, I think. Container MX Auto. Yep. P4. Text black. Text left. MT8. I think what I need to do here is an MB8, so margin bottom 8. I think we should see that move if this is the case. Yep. And they should be the same. They look okay. Groovy. Okay, let's get rid of that so I can have a little bit more room to play with. I'm going to load this up into mobile and just see if I've broken anything. Pick on that one. I don't think so. I think that's okay. Although I would very much like to have that closed off. Yeah, I bet this is because of what I've just put in. I reckon I've got to do a -8 on here. So flex grow, MB, margin bottom 8 here. Hang on, where does that live? That's the whole container, right? Is it not? No. That's the container. And that's what I've just put on, the margin bottom 8, which is this, yes. Okay, alright, okay, no problem. What we'll do is we'll have MD margin bottom 8. So that should close that gap up. Yes, it does. It does. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let me just make sure that's still... It's like playing whack-a-mole. Yeah, that's fine. Good. I'm happy with that. We're going through these. Okay. Give me a second, and what I'll do is I'll explain. Give me a second, and I'll just do that. Because I remember when I was starting out, that margins and padding, they just blew my mind. So give me a second. What I'll do. It's all about the box model. Whoops. What? No. Don't do that. Why can I not? Hang on. Has something gone wrong with my IDE? There we go. Okay. And again, in me just refresh, make sure I haven't spoiled anything. No, that's fine. We'll push this off to fixed. Excellent. Right, now let's talk about margins and padding. I'll just grab a cup of tea. Okay. All right. Let me bring up tell you what, for this, I think what I'll do is, if you don't mind, I'll just go into create a new HTML file. Let's do just temp. I'll just bung it in here, it's fine. Because we should be able to load this up. Excellent. Okay, good. Right, so I've just created a little temp thing here. What I'm going to do is just create a div, and we're going to create this this div, and we're going to say content, just an arbitrary content thing here. Okay, so this is a basic HTML page, a standard HTML page, and we've got div content. And if I was to refresh, we should see content there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is explain the difference between margins and padding. So, if that's all right. Right, so what you have here is a HTML element, and in that HTML element you've got some content. It could be an image, it could even be other HTML elements and so forth. The way this works in when this gets read by the browser, this is what's called the document object model. When the document object model gets read, an easier way is to show you this. Let's bring that back up to 100%. Right, when the document object model gets read, it reads each one of these elements, right? And it goes, okay, there, we're going to paint out and render this div. And this, can you see it's kind of in a sort of a rectangle kind of shape? This is kind of like the model of that box, right? And you can define margins, you can define padding, and you can define borders that all change the width of this box. At the moment, by default, it's 100%. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a little style sheet. Obviously in the head, obviously, Pete. And we're going to give this an ID, and we're going to call this, we'll just call this temp for now. So we'll do ID is equal to temp, right? And we'll give this a background color of, we'll give it a background color of blue, right? And we'll give the text is default to black. So if I was to refresh this, you've got this whole blueness going on. And we can also change the width, right? So if I did width of, let's say, 200 pixels, that brings it over to here. Excellent. So can you see, I'll bring this up a wee bit better, right? Can you see here that the text, the C, touches the leftmost region of the box here? Okay. The stuff within the box is called the padding. All right. The stuff outside of the box is called the margin. So if I want to give some space between the content within it and the outer side of the box, that would be the padding. So if I wanted to have more blue around this, that would be padding. So let's go and add that. Let's do padding is equal to, I'm going to do 20 pixels. And then if we refresh this, you can see now that we have 20 pixels on either side of this. Bearing in mind that this is still a width of, I think we set it at, is it 250? Something like that, 200? 200. So this is the width plus the padding, right? So this is actually more than 200 pixels. It's actually 200 pixels plus the padding. And the padding either side, right? So 20 pixels here, 20 pixels there. What we're going to do now is we're going to create a parent div. So a div that this is containing, right? So let's do div class. Well, I'll keep with the IDs because there's only going to be one of them. We'll do parent, right? Okay, so the parent div is going to have a background color of, we'll do, let's do yellow. No. Let's do red. So I'll refresh that. Okay, so what's happened here is because we haven't defined a width of the parent, it's just gone 100%. But notice that it's the same height and the same the same height as the child container. This is the child. This is the parent. This is because the child is pushing that out. All right, because we haven't defined any of the dimensions, margin or padding or border or anything like that on the parent. So the parent is conforming to the child. Okay, so let's now create some padding between the parent and the child box. So this is going to result us in having a red sort of border around here, right? So let's do padding is 10 pixels. Well, we'll do 20. So if we refresh this, now we can see that we have padding between these two. Now this can often get confusing because this does look like margin, all right? Because you're saying that there's a margin between here and here. That's not the case. The case here is that there is padding. There's 20 pixels worth of padding all around here. And if I was to bump this to 200 and then refresh, this is what's happened. Because this is now, we set this to 200 and we've also set the padding of 200. But remember, and this is the confusing part, we have a child with its own padding of, with its own width of 200 and its padding of 200, which means that it's 20 pixels here in padding, 20 pixels here in padding, then it's 200, then it's 20 pixels. So it's actually gone outside of the parent container. So that's padding, right? I'll just quickly show you borders, right? So border 1 pixel, let's do 5 pixels. 5 pixels solid, and we'll go say black. And we'll do another border in here, which is 5 pixels, and we'll do this as green. A little garish, I know. Actually, you can't see that. Let's do... Let's do yellow. You might be able to see that. Blue and yellow. No, that's still really bad. There is one there, honest. All right, don't worry about that. So we've got a border around here. Now, be careful with borders because you're also increasing the width because you're adding that. So you're adding another 5 pixels on either side. Let's just do border black here. There we go. Can you see? And can you see that the when I did that refresh, it actually moved the dimensions out because we're increasing the width of this by using the border and the padding. Right, so that's padding, right? And that's borders. Let's play with margins. So margins is something slightly different. If I was to load this up in here, we can see that we have the parent is this block here, and we can see that it's got it's got the border, and then in here we've got the child. You might be able to just pick out the yellowness around the edge. That's the padding. So let's do a margin. I'm going to do a margin here. Let's do a margin. We'll do a margin top of 20 pixels. So this is going to push this down by 20 pixels. If I refresh, there we go. Now also remember that this is pushing down the parent as well. And can you see sort of here? Excuse me. So you've got the padding 20, which is that sort of yellow line across. So that's the 20 pixel padding. Pixel margin. And of course we can have margin bottom as well, and also left and right. Let's do margin left, and let's set that to 50. So if I refresh this, oh hang on, wait. Actually, let's just change all of this to 50. So it's margin all the way around. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So we've now pushed this out by 50 pixels. And you can see that here. So yeah, I mean, obviously on the page it looks the same, but the margin is the outside, the padding is the inside. That's kind of like the easiest way to remember it, I think. Padding is inside, margin is outside. And also be careful about the parent divs and where they live. That was a nice little segue. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's very kind of you. If you've got any other questions, or if that has confused you even more, then let me know, because I'm more than happy to do something else, discuss other things. But thank you very much for subscribing. Cheers. Thank you. Okay, let's get back to let's get back to here. What's the time? 7:46. That's fine. What I'm going to do now is just walk through some of these things and see if I can get some in a sort of more of a group. So should all the text be centered on the mobile? Should I receive? So that thing there, I'm probably going to leave until the end, because there's some stuff I need to do to deal with that off stream, because that's sending and receiving emails. Well, sending emails. Should all the text be centered? Should be centered. So that's two centering things. Items linking to the same page for you will learn on the courses list. Books should be aligned vertically or have the same height. Alright, I think I'm going to tackle this one, because that's kind of a standalone. And what we're saying here is, on a specific course page, you will learn section. Each of the points are linking to the current page. Also, it could be turned into a bullet point list. That's correct. And actually, this is the page that we're talking about. This thing here. I'm going to take this out of this mode, and we'll. Whoops. I don't know why that's gone. There we go. What's that? 100%. Okay. So this list here, these are all links for some reason. I don't know why I chose to do that. And if I was to click on one of these, I think they just go back to the same page, which is just pointless. And actually, this needs to be a bulleted list, as mentioned in the bug. So I'm going to do that. We're going to go over to... I'll just get rid of this for a second. No problem. No worries. Don't you worry about that. That's all good. It took me absolutely ages to get my head around CSS, and in fact, there's so much of CSS that I just don't know. And in fact, there's some of CSS that I'm happy not to know because I need to know other things. I leave it to the front end devs to do those. Right, this is in the courses section, which is a template again, which is here. Give me a sec. I had a massive static build-up in my headphones. Right, I think they would be down here, right? So, courses, results, slug, start learning, is that right? Was there any reason why I had start learning? That looks quite intentional. No, that's the only thing. If I go into in project, that is the only thing as well. Okay, odd. Right, so no, this shouldn't be a list of links. This should just be a list, I think. So we'll get rid of this. Oops. Yeah. So that should now change to a list, which it is, and it needs to be like a bullet pointed list, doesn't it? So I don't think, let me have a look at Tailwind documentation, tailwind.css, because I got a feeling that this is being reset. List none, list disk, list decimal. So this is list disk, this is list decimal, and this is list none. I think I need to do list disk. Where do I do this? Is it on the UL? Yeah, it is. Alright. That's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. So you want to become a full stack dev and combine everything with your graphic design skills. Nice. That sounds like an awesome thing to achieve. Yeah. You'll have a very unique perspective on web development if you've come from a graphics design background. Because you'll by sort of naturally, I think you'll just be more geared towards the UI rather than the process, which is a unique skill set to have. It's on the UI, it's on here, isn't it? So this would be class name. List disk. Right, let's see if anything's happened there. Do we have any disks coming through here? Doesn't look like it. Don't tell me this is for a different version of Tailwind. Or maybe I've just removed this in my... I'm just wondering why I don't have disk. That's not coming through. List style none. Aha. This be it. Something is preventing those disks to come through. I'm not sure why. This is a better demonstration actually of the box model. So you've got your You've got the container here, which is 500 and 84 to 180, right? So this is your contents. You got the padding on the outside, right? And then you've got, the inside, I should say. And then you've got the margin. Let me do that again. You got the contents here, which is 584 pixels. This contents there. Then you've got the padding, which you can see flash up on the left-hand side, right? So that's 8 pixels on the left-hand side. There isn't a border, but this is where the border would be. And then on the outside of this, you have the margin, which is 16. So you got the top and the bottom. But why, though, do I not have any list styles? List style type of disk, and yet it's not being put through. What other list styles can I use? Just just to see what I can and can't do. Let's do decimal, list style decimal. Nope, I've just seen it change there, but nothing's actually been put through. That's so bizarre. I'm unsure why. Could it be something to do with the line heights or anything like that? Come on, I want to click on... There we go. No. That's so weird. Let's get rid of that for a second. Right, so it's not the fact that they are... List style. Let's do list style. Is it list style or list style type? List style type. Circle. I mean, I'm wondering if it's there and I just can't see it, as in like it's just blending in with the colors. Nope. That is so bizarre. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a look at the docs for this. Can I do an overlay? How do you mean? How long did it take me to have all of this knowledge? I've been a developer for about 20 years, and there is so much more. I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface. I don't know what you mean by overlay. Can I do an overlay for your stream? I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, by default, they should have... So I've obviously taken it off. I'm going to have a little search around in the CSS. Layout.css. UL. List style none. Aha. Right, let me get rid of that. There we go. There we go. There we go. We've got our little things there, but of course that's gone and screwed up everything else. Alright, I'm gonna have to somehow, because what's happening here, you see, is my override is overriding this. I might have to do UL dot courses li. Change that to be list style disk, and then in here have there we go. And has that all sorted then out? No, it hasn't. Although, why is that okay, why is that so big? What have I done? Oh, hang on. Is it because I've... There we go, that's better. Okay, so yeah, we've now got bulleted lists here. And these LIs and ULs are okay. I wouldn't mind tidying this up a wee bit. So, with the LI, oh, I see. Yeah, please. Yeah. Give it a go. I don't mind. Very kind of you. Right, so here I'm going to do a class name. Hey, Mish Manners, thank you for raiding. I really appreciate it. I hope you've had a really good stream. Thank you. And thank you everybody for joining. Hey. Yo. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing good. I've had several cups of tea this morning. It's about 8:02 in the morning. So I'm still a little bit fuzzy, but I'm good. We've covered a lot of bugs today, which is great. Oh, I'm glad your stream was good. What were you doing on the stream?
Hello, coders.
Right now what we're doing is a bit of Tailwind and some CSS. Well, Tailwind is CSS, some JavaScript, some Gatsby. We're working on the new How to Code Well website. What I've got is a nice team of beta testers who have helped test the project so far, and I'm going through and fixing all my mistakes live on stream, because that's what you do. Oh, learning some Vue. Nice. Cool. Thank you very much for raiding, Mish. I really appreciate Mish Manners. Very kind of you. Yeah, so, and thank you everybody for joining. This is awesome. Thank you. What I'm going to do, we're playing around with this li here because it's kind of out of sync. We need to move this to the right. by giving it a bit of a padding on the left. So this is this section here, and if we go and create a class name, so this is Tailwind. So if we did padding left, and we did something like 4, I'm hoping that we should see that coming up through in these divs, hopefully, if I've got the right thing. Okay, no, that was a mistake. I needed to do margin, not padding. I think it's margin, isn't it? There we go, to bring it in line. That's much better. I'm also going to put in a little bit of padding between the blocks here. So we're going to do P. We're probably going to do PB, and I'm going to probably put this as 4. So I'm hoping, yeah, there we go. We got a little bit of padding in between. I want to tidy that up too. So on here we're going to do a padding at bottom. So class name, and we're going to do padding bottom of 4. And hopefully that should bring this down. There we go. There we go. That's looking much better. That's looking much tidier. No worries. Thank you very much for subscribing and following not AI. I really appreciate your suggestions and contributions. Thank you very much. And happy coding. Have a great day. Have a great day. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. We'll have a little look and see what this is like, because I've probably ruined it now, haven't I? In say iPhone 6. No, actually, that's not so bad. I think this is probably one of the first things I've done where I haven't actually screwed up the responsiveness. We still seem to be getting that bottom part. Let me have a little dig around. MB4, flex grow, padding, so padding bottom is 4, padding top is 4. I think that's an issue. No, actually, sorry, that's on the footer, isn't it? So it's this. MB8 and MT8. I think that needs to be... This is on the container. I thought we fixed this. That would be down. Class name. Nope. Container, MX Auto. Let's have a look at that. Search for MX Auto. Here we go. MD is margin bottom 8. MD is padding 4. So I don't know why that's... It's still saying... I'm a little confused here. Have I got the right one? Container MX Auto, padding 4. Let me chop this down to iPhone 5. No, it's still a thing. Still a thing. Container MX Auto, padding 4, but that's in MD. Padding 8, but that's in MD. There isn't anything else which is in here, which is... here we go. It would be this one, MD. Don't know where my music's just cut out. Let me sort that out. There we go. That's much better. Much better. Much better. So it's all sorted there. Don't know where the music's gone. There we go. Cool. That's looking much better. That's looking much better. Okay. Let's just double check this again in the responsiveness. Yeah, that's still there. Sweet. All right. That's good. We've done loads today. It's been really, really good. And we also had a discussion about the document object model and the box model. So, yes, I will pass this on as fixed, and I will commit this work. And last night I've been chatting on the Discord with everyone last night because I was talking about the back end of this, the content management system and the API. Because last night I spent a good couple of hours going through and sort of readying the site to be Symfony 5 and PHP 8 sort of compatible. PHP 8 is going to take a lot of time, obviously, but I was creating more unit tests, and we got to something like 345 tests in total, and 262 of them, I think, are unit tests, and we've got it to about 60% code coverage, and that took a long time. But the main thing is I managed to cut out 263 odd deprecation warnings because there was some issue with Doctrine and the way I was using a naming convention. I just changed one thing in the config and then it worked. And those 200 odd deprecated warnings were no more. So I've got 8 deprecated warnings left. So I'm thinking that hopefully by the end of this weekend, we'll have all the deprecations out, and I want to get the unit tests up to about 80% code coverage, and then I think we'll be in a better position to upgrade. So anyway, going back to this a minute, this was fixing the LIs, fixing the lists on the courses page, and we also did another one fixing the bottom margin. Alright, let's go and have a little look at other issues, because there's plenty of them. So these two are centering issues. Books should be aligned vertically or have the same height. So that is, and then this one here is books all. I need to review this. Yeah, okay, so let's take a look at these two. So should text be centered on mobile, and we'll take a look at that one first. Home view all courses should be centered. So it's this button here. It should really be in the middle. Let me have a look. Too many tabs. Too many tabs. So if we go to this page, I'm going to just jump it out of all of this stuff. There we go. Get rid of that for a second. We go to the home page. So these are some of the courses. If we go to courses, these are excuse me, all of my courses. And actually no, it's on the home page, isn't it? It's on the home page here. So this should go in the center. Okay. So let's have a nose as to where that lives. Thanks for that, not AI. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so it's a paragraph. It really shouldn't be a paragraph, should it? It should just be a div, to be honest. Because that paragraph has then got other padding. So that was a rookie mistake on my behalf. And then this needs to be centered somehow in the middle of all of it. All right, let's have a little look at that particular page. This would be the home page, so it would be here, index. And here we go, view all courses. I'm going to change this to a div. Let me just make sure that's okay. Yeah, is that going to hot reload? Come on. Really, all of those things just for changing that one. Are we done now? Thank you. Okay, that's good. Right, I'm going to put this in the middle. So this is using, it's this one here, padding 4. I'm wondering if I can get away with just doing text center. Yes. Now it's too close to the top here. So what I'm going to do, I keep bringing up. No, bringing that up. We're going to do a MT8, margin 8. That's better. Let's just make sure that's all okay. Good. Okay, I like that. And I best check what this is like on desktop, on mobile. Yeah, it's good. I like it. I wouldn't mind having like this bottom margin here being the same height as this. So, what's that? That's padding bottom of 8. And then we have...
Hello, coders.
And then we have... Excuse me. Hey! Oh, wow, this is a name I can't pronounce. I'll try it anyway. Nick NT2, thank you for following. And whilst I'm having a look at the activity feed, because I've just refreshed it because it did lock up earlier, I want to say a massive thank you to Studio Prisoner. Is it Morano 2004 for following, and obviously a big shout out to Mish Manners as well for raiding. Really appreciate it. How's everyone doing on this fine Tuesday? I'm from the UK, so it's super early in the morning. I haven't even had my breakfast. Okay, right, so we are... I'm trying to find out why this has a bigger margin than this. So we've got that, and then we have, okay, so first up, it's got a margin 4 here. So I think if we got rid of that at this point, that would be okay. So if we did a minus MT4, MB 4, that would bring that down, I hope. Yeah, that's looking much better. That's looking much better. That's looking more in line. Let me see what this looks on responsiveness. That's much better too. Yeah, that's looking much better. Okay, cool. I'm happy with this. Let me just double check what the other types of things look like. So let's do a smaller iPhone. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm going to mark that as done. Oh, in Germany. Nice. Nice. What's the weather like over there? Yeah, so this here we're going to mark as done. And I will commit this. Moving view all courses into button into middle, and adjusting Bottom margin. Cloudy. Yeah, that's kind of the default in the UK. Around this time of year. Although saying that, it's actually been quite nice weather recently. So that might mean that winter is going to be pretty bad. Ever the optimist. Okay, should all the text be centered on mobile? So this is blog. I'm going to say yes, because look at that. That doesn't look right, does it? Let me just double check. Okay, so we got a list of things here. So the blog, the course for beginners, coming soon page. All right, let me take a look at the blog first. The blog being... let's just come out of this mode. Go into blog. Right, so that's fine in desktop mode, right? But when we go into mobile, bring that up to 100%. Right, so that's centered. That isn't centered and it doesn't look right. That's not centered and it doesn't look right. All right, so let's have a little tackle on that. So this is going to go to the blog card, I think. If we go to the blog template, I think it loads the postcard, which is here. And the content is where is the content? That's the author name. Here we go, the excerpt. This is the section. So if we did text center, is that going to center the text? It is. That's much better. Much better. Yes. Well, it is and it isn't. It is and it isn't. I mean, I think I would prefer to have a justified block that is in the middle. I mean, that's okay, but this just doesn't look right. So I would prefer this to be over here. So this would be it would be justified, and it would be the margins of either side. Although it's difficult, isn't it? I mean, it looks more obvious when there's bigger gaps either side. I don't know. Not sure. And maybe it's okay. I think I'm still going to have this on the left. That just looks really weird. It doesn't. Right, let's just have a play with. Let's just pick on this one. Actually, this one doesn't actually look that bad, to be honest, in terms of the left and right. Let me have a look at other websites. That's not centered. That's not centered. That's not centered. Actually, these don't have any excerpts to them, and I'm not looking on mobile, of course. View, developer, dev tools. So none of this is centered. I like the way that they've got two things going on here. If we were to click on something like this, for instance, that's not centered. This isn't centered. That would look awful if it was centered. I think what I'm going to do is leave it. Like, I think I'm not going to bother with the centering. Because I think this is going to look more confusing if it has that kind of curve, you know. I think the title is okay, but I'm not sure about this. But now you see, I'm starting to think maybe we shouldn't even have the excerpt on these things. I mean, looking at the BBC here, if we went back here, we just have headlines. Headlines and graphics. And on the mobile, we've actually gone quite involved. Let me just see what this is like if we don't have the excerpt. So if we were to do that. That's not so bad. Maybe that's what we need to do. Just a thumbnail and a title. Let me have a look and see if how that looks in responsive mode. Take this off. Maybe that's all that we need to do. Why the choice for not using Bootstrap or something else? So I think Tailwind, in my opinion, is more lightweight because I think there's a lot of Bootstrap that I don't need. A lot of Bootstrap that I just don't. I think that was basically it. I basically looked at what I needed and what I didn't need. And I think Bootstrap has far more in there that I don't particularly need. Plus, I prefer the way Tailwind is more of a utility. It's more of a very light layer across your HTML, whereas Bootstrap is a bit more ingrained. It's a bit more sort of theme orientated, that kind of stuff. And I must admit, when I started using Tailwind, when I looked at Tailwind, it was a new toy. So I will admit that it was at the time a new toy. You know, the new shiny. I'm now starting to think that perhaps this needs to go in the center. You could tell I'm not a web designer. There was other tickets that were up on here. Let me see. It was course page, HTML for beginners. We have a look in this as 5. See, I mean, that is centered. That's okay. I think just centering this is just going to turn it into a pub poster, you know? And I think this is fine. I mean, I'm not a web designer at all, so there's probably people who are web designers are screaming at this, like, no, it's not fine at all, it's horrendous. I think as a compromise, just getting rid of the blog snippet bit. We're really starting to sort of pick at it now. It's yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave it. I'm putting my foot down until someone who is more qualified than me. Coming soon page. Let's go to pricing. That could take us to here. Yeah, I mean, even that I think is okay. I mean, it's in line with everything, so I think it's okay. I'm gonna get rid of this entirely. That's my compromise. All right, I won't. I'll sort this out later in terms of like messages. What's the time? 8:30. Ah, okay. Right, I am going to have to go because I'm a freelance developer and I've got to start my day. I've got to get some breakfast in me and I've got to prepare for meetings and other bits and pieces. But thank you ever so much, everybody, for joining and watching and subscribing and doing all your awesomeness. It's been fantastic. I feel like we've got a whole lot of stuff done today, a massive amount of stuff done. So I'm really sort of feeling good about this project, finally. Thank you ever so much. Happy coding, everybody, and have a great day. See you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.